Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we're starting our front page review with The Nation major headline. Damagum, Delta defection shocking, painful to PDP. More governors to join APC, says Ganduje, as party chair receives NNPP senator, others. A beautiful picture of Sanwo-Olu at Harvard. Lagos is investors' delight. In other news, 170 nations delegation for Pope Francis' funeral. Doctor said he died without suffering. NEC defers discussions on state police. Governor's OK-Tech-driven security approach. Court okays arrest warrant for 6 CBEX scam suspects. Edum projects more cash. Crude from NNPCL. I remain Labour Party's chairman, Abure insists, while 80% of FIRS jobs to be performed by employees, says at DDG. What news are we starting with? There was also another news, lecturer fired for sexual harassment.
Okay, so that's the news I wanted to take.
Okay.
So the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, ATB in Bauchi, has suspended a lecturer for sexual harassment. In fact, sacked him. He was, after investigation, found guilty of this. The decision was followed by a petition filed by the victim herself, a married woman, Mrs. Kamila Rufai Aliyu. Sadly, same surname, both of them. The lecturer's name is also Dr. Usman Muhammadu Aliyu, and she is a master's in engineering student, and she had the chemical engineering program in his faculty, and so he started to harass her, send her messages. She initially turned down his offers because she's married, claiming she's married, and he continued even though she presented her marriage. So she went to her husband with his harassment, showed all the evidence, his WhatsApp messages, and so they took it up by petitioning the school, and the lecturer filed a defamation suit against her and her husband that they were accusing him falsely, whereas evidence.
They had evidence.
Wow. And so the petitioner, the school, after finding him guilty of it, following her evidences, has suspended him. She is taking some courses under him, where he has also promised that she would not pass those courses because she resisted his advances. And so
the audacity.
That's the threats were many, messages, in calls, and all of that, and she had
all of them
saved evidences.
Fantastic. I'm happy that she got evidence and justice has been served. What story do
so,
you have?
Increased telecom tariffs and inconsistent quality service. That's a problem in Nigeria. We remember in January this year, the Nigerian Communications Commission, they agreed for the increment of our telecoms tariffs to the tune of 50%. And in February this same year, 11th, it was agreed that our tariffs can be raised. And after then, they said 4 months later, people are still grappling with poor service delivery. The reason this increment was allowed was for better service delivery by telecommunication companies. But so far, so good. They said the telecommunication companies, they've been grappling with good network and all that. We've been suffering bad networks, and sometimes you subscribe. People are saying they subscribe for data, and the next few days or the next few hours is gone. So people are losing money because of poor network. You just see network downtimes, and then there's no explanation, no compensation. Businesses are struggling. People are losing monies because of this poor service delivery. And Nigerians are not asking for too much. You said you're going to increase. They've accepted this increment. So give us the service we are paying for, because I don't see myself, I used to do 6.5 data service. I have a Wi-Fi at home, so I just do the 6.5 data so that when I go out like this, I have something to work with. 6.5 used to be for 3 weeks. Now I use it for 5 days.
Wow. So there's something...
I did 6.5 twice in 2 weeks. That's 13. I had to do 11,000 for 35 gigs. So in a month, I'm spending 23 on Wi-Fi, and you're spending over 20 for data. And you're not even seeing, because
for
sometimes you
mobile
want...
data.
Yes. Sometimes you want to send messages and you can't even access. It's so crazy.
So this one is not just newspaper review. This is newspaper review plus
personal experience review. So I have a story here about the NEC meeting that happened yesterday.
Okay.
They said proponents of state police as a solution to upsurge insecurity were disappointed yesterday by the National Economic Council, that's NEC. They said the council chaired by the vice president with governors as members had listed the issue of state policing, but they did not discuss it. They said that the state policing was part of their agenda, but unfortunately, because of time demands, they were not able to. The presentation took a lot of time, so they were not able to get to that bit. This was according to the Bayelsa State Government, Duoye Diri, who was talking to reporters after the meeting. But he said, I can assure you that in our next meeting, the issue will be exhaustively discussed. They said that last year, NEC had requested the governors to indicate whether or not they subscribe to state policing. And at NEC in December, the meeting they had in December, it was announced that all the 36 governors and the Federal Capital Territory Minister had agreed to the idea. Now, the issue was not listed for discussion when they resumed in February this year. It was also not discussed yesterday. So we don't know when they are going to have another NEC meeting to probably highlight the issue. But they talked about every other thing, agriculture, food security. They also talked about the fact that they are going to use a lot of modernization for agriculture and, insecurity as well.
All right, so I have the story about CBEX. I just left people briefly, and they scammed you people of $1 billion. All right, so update is that 6 people will be arrested and detained. The Justice Emeka Nwite has issued the order for the EFCC to, after the Council of EFCC made the move, and it's going to, these people affected are Adefowora, Olanipekun, Adefowora, Oluwanisola, at Emmanuel Oko, Seyi Oloyede, Avwerosuo, Otorudo, and Chukwuebuka Ehirim. These people were connected with the CBEX platform that promised ridiculously high, they say extraordinarily high returns, with some guarantees reaching up to 100% in returns of investments, and they were able to defraud Nigerians of $1 billion. But now they are going to be facing the law. They said they'll be arrested and detained pending the investigation. So we look forward to how that plays out. I don't know if those people, if those that lost their money, will to get their money back though, because
from who?
Otilo.
Moving on to Vanguard, major headline. Obovore, others defection. We're not bothered. Labour Party, PDP, Atiku's coalition. 2027 between APC Nigerians, says PDP. In other news, we have why security challenges must be tackled now from governors. They set up committee to work with security heads. Air Peace resumes operation as NIMET workers' strike has been suspended. More Nigerians become poor by 2027, according to World Bank.
God forbid.
Amen. NEC UK's new textile board, $90 billion agribusiness livestock development plan. 50 head of states, 10 monarchs for Pope's burial, says Vatican. And erratic power. Manufacturers spending on alternative energy surges by 42% to 1.1 trillion naira. Okay, so what are we taking first?
I could do the insecurity.
Okay.
So they said, we know that there have been killings in Plateau and Benue States and other parts of the country recently by herdsmen, and so worried by the worsening state of insecurity caused by increasing crime rates, banditry, kidnapping, and destruction of property across the country, the Nigerian Governors Forum yesterday tasked the security agencies to confront the security challenges, directly and they were asked also to set up a subcommittee to work with the heads of security agencies. So they had an extensive National Executive Council meeting session yesterday in Abuja, and they supported the Chief of Defense Staff, his innovative security initiative that will now be designed to strengthen national and subnational capacity for early threat detection and coordinated response. So they mentioned all the people that were in attendance at the meeting. I can't go through everyone now, but the governors, many of the governors were there, the air marshals were there, is a lot, plenty of them, yes. But they are talking about the fact that they need to coordinate themselves, they need to work together. This initiative will now begin to find you know, the importance of technology-driven solutions in addressing the security challenges at the state level, at different state levels. So you go back and discuss on how you want to use technology to, you know, sort out the issues of insecurity in your particular state. So I think after a while, the committee will have to come together with what they had, you know, come up with, and let's see how that translates to ending these herdsmen killing across the states. We want to, it's not just for us to have meetings, because we've been having these meetings from time to time. The security agencies will just gather themselves, they're upset, we cry out for this, we are not going to stop this. After a while, we go back to the same. So now that they are going to be deploying technology, I don't know how they're going to work that out. We want, after a while, that we start seeing
improvements, statistically,
solutions,
statistics showing improvements.
Yes, that's what they have used from their meeting is what has helped insecurity to stop across the states.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with Front Page Review. Stay with us. Be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.